Woo! Had to do that
Hey,
all over
we're just gonna waste time. Hey, the
again.
real estate experience, Travon Smith, right here. One of my favorite guys to check in commercial real estate, all by way of New York. Um, Mr. Matt, how you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
No, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good.
I want to call and check up on you. I was like, man, we may as well talk about it. How's everything with you?
Everything's good, man. I mean, we're talking spiritual wise.
Yeah.
Spiritual wise is
Hey,
going well. God is good. Um, family's great. I just got another dog, so it's all good, man. We're
okay.
moving out here.
It's always a pleasure to have a new family member in the house, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
New,
sir.
hey,
Even if it's an animal, that's
yeah,
fine.
we'll call them, nowadays we call them family members, we don't want to insult nobody.
Yeah,
Um,
well, my family member's peeing all over the floor, so it's all good.
uh, but other than that, go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Tell everybody what you do, where they can reach you at, so everybody has a better idea who I'm talking to.
Yeah, of course. Matt Palumbo is my name. I'm from New Jersey. Got my start in real estate in New York City. Also was an actor out there. Came out here a few years ago, 4 years ago. Started doing commercial real estate. Continued with the acting. I'm still doing both, but my main focus is commercial real estate. So started in New York City with the residential. So I'm a little familiar with that, but commercial is where I stand right now. I'm with EXP Commercial, and I have a small team out here that's slowly growing. I work with quite a few investment groups, work with a lot of owner users as well for assets. Primarily, we're focusing on industrial assets and outdoor storage assets, trucking, industrial outdoor
Mhm.
storage. I closed an airport hangar and terminal building 6 months ago, auto
Yeah,
repair, and
yeah,
stuff like that. We have a development going for multifamily in a town in a city in Orange County. Can't tell you where yet, but
yeah.
next interview we can.
No, definitely. Actually, we did the interview about the airport hangar.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was going to ask you
Ah,
about that offline. Congratulations on that.
thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. That,
Definitely.
that was a big one. That was a fun
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. No, no.
Great one. Yeah.
I love the video. I love the marketing presentation you had. So this is a man that definitely knows what he's doing. Commercial real
Thank you.
estate, residential, whatever. He definitely has the knowledge and experience under his belt loops.
Thanks,
When
Travon.
what we were talking about, I want to go in. What does it take for you to? Because just going off your conversation, what does it take? Because it said growing your team right now, right? What
Yeah.
does it take to grow a team for the commercial real estate for what you do as far as industrial and commercial buildings? Because I know you're not maybe looking for specifics, but looking for specifics from individuals and you talk to me. What is it that you?
Yeah, I think growing a team, you could go out and look for people who you would want to work with. But I think, it's the more you close, the more you're doing out there. The team will, people will just be attracted to what you're doing. I have a team in Orange County that I work with. I'm the guy in LA and they're the Orange County guys. They've been in the game for, I think it's 25 years together.
Mm,
So I have that team going on. I'm working with another team, young, one's 35, one's 34. They're out here hustling. They've closed like $5 billion together in all kinds of assets. Excuse me, all kinds of assets. So I'm working with them as well. It's just there's a lot going on, and I'm talking to a few, not recruits, a few people who are interested in
mhm.
learning from me as well. And I'm happy to share. I'll go on Zoom meetings and they can listen to me cold call and prospect and listen to, you know, different clients that I talked to that were in escrow with. And I took a few on a tour recently of a few industrial buildings that I have in escrow right now. So, and one
Okay.
that, yeah. So that, I mean, that's, I'm not like going after a
Yeah,
team by
yeah. No, I got you. I got you.
that's not my goal. It's just I want to work with people that I enjoy working with, right? That are hungry.
Yeah, it's kind of like if they cross path and it makes sense, it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, commercial real estate is really hard I think it's one out of every 20 make it to their second year of commercial real estate. And in
Mm,
this market, it's probably less than that. And that's not like because they're smarter or
mm.
anything, it's because they're not prospecting and just doing it. Or they don't have enough financial runway to make it in because realistically, you don't make money until year two,
Yeah,
sometimes three. I know people who haven't made a dime until year three. But then once they do, it's, you're off to the races.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Uh, with the market the way it is, interest rates, supposedly this, that, no cuts or whatever, 2024, does that really affect commercial real estate agents?
Yes. Yeah,
Talk, talk,
absolutely.
talk to me.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing as residential or not as much?
A lot of people are getting out of the game. A lot of people are getting out of the game. I know investors who had to get, real jobs. Jobs like still in commercial real estate, but they're not investing anymore because they can't. They can't afford anything because of the interest rates. They can't afford anything because the bid ask spread is still too wide, right? Bid ask spread meaning the price that sellers are willing to sell for, the lowest price sellers are willing to sell for, and then the highest price that investors could pay, or even owner users. Owner users right now are like 45% of the market, maybe even 50% of the market.
Mm.
And it's really interesting because there's not many transactions going down. You've seen an uptick a little bit in 2024, but still it's kind of at a, it's stagnant right now. Right now, there's still, look, if you're working hard, there's money to be made, absolutely.
Yeah.
But a lot of people in these times, which I didn't get to experience 08, 09, but I heard a lot of people dropped out of real estate in general, right? Residential, commercial, people can't handle it, understandably so, right? It's difficult, and especially if you don't have that financial backing, it's going to be tough. And if you're not working hard, if you're like half button it, half assing it, it's going to be hard too. So like, really got to buckle down. But what I'm seeing is I'm optimistic because once we pass this curve, off to the races. It's going to be incredible. Just when is that going to be?
Yeah, so we could go ahead and go on record and say the residential market is messing up the commercial market because there's not enough properties and purchasing. We could play the number game, but so the residential market does affect the commercial market. I actually never knew that.
Not
To a certain degree, just
but yeah. I think it's all cyclical, just like the financial markets affect everything.
Yeah.
Just like the Japanese market affects the
Yeah.
American market. It's like, yeah, everything kind of ties together. So definitely residential affects commercial. But I know you're about to get into the NAR business, right? Does that affect commercial? It does as a scare tactic, but we don't necessarily adhere to the NAR. So we could still, charge a certain amount of commission. Those commissions realistically don't exist anymore, right? The 6%, 7%, it doesn't really exist in commercial anymore. If you're doing an over 50 million deal, you're gonna ask for 2%, right? If you're doing like a small $2 million deal, you're gonna ask for 5 or 6. But now sellers are apprised of the 6% thing, and I don't know, they might start applying it to commercial, like themselves.
Yeah.
Residential side can't, but they might just be like, oh well, I don't want to do 5%. I don't want to do 6%. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So we're all on the same page. We're in unforeseen territory in a lot of different spaces, correct?
Yeah, I don't want to say that it's bleak because I like to be more optimistic.
Yeah.
Because there's still so much opportunity out there, but it's ominous, right? It's a mystery, but I look at it as it's kind of an adventure, right? You ride the lows. Who cares how low it gets, and then once it gets high, everybody flourishes. It's like Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn talks about the seasons, right? You got winter, you got spring, summer, you got
plant them seeds. You got to plant those seeds.
Plant the seeds, right? And then when the winters come, you gotta survive the winters.
Yeah.
We're in winter. We're in a Jersey winter. Yeah. We're in a New York winter.
Yeah. A real winter.
Right?
Not one of these sorry little California winters, right? Where we need a jacket and it's still 58 degrees.
Yeah.
That's why I love talking to you, man. Your energy, everything, your knowledge, is definitely there. Definitely. So 2024, what do you think was going on? I know you're an optimistic guy. You think rate cuts is coming, rate cuts not coming. I mean, the job markets just came in, they're a little bit higher than they're supposed to be. And all these numbers, inflation is a little bit higher than it's supposed to be as far as numbers, the CPI, all these numbers. It's like, I don't really think it's going to be rate cuts this year. I just that's just my opinion. I think we're kind of at the new normal.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're New York guys, right? Jersey, New York. I talk to a lot of like stockbrokers and guys that work at banks out there, right? It's just I went to college with them and whatnot.
Mm.
A lot of East Coast guys get into that. They're all split. They're all saying all different stuff. So for me to, speculate,
Yeah,
it's
I got
crazy.
you. I got
I
you.
don't think they're gonna cut rates now, or maybe they'll try it once, but I don't think anything's gonna happen until that election or after that.
Makes
If
sense.
they do it, if they cut, it's as a maneuver, a political maneuver. But I can't nobody could speculate
Yeah,
all
I
this,
got you.
right?
I got you.
Nobody. As
I got
savvy as any financial person is, it's can't speculate. So I don't know.
you know what you want.
Unknown, embrace the unknown, right?
Yeah, you embrace the unknowns, and like you said, I'm one of those weird people. I like to ride the lows as much as the low because I like to pull out and be like, "Ha ha, I told you, buddy." So, but we're part of that weird coalition. What's some advice you would give to people that want to test the waters in commercial real estate? I think we talked on it a little bit earlier. You have to be prepared to work, and not see any rewards right away.
Yeah, yeah, that's the risk. I invite if you're interested, I invite everybody to come try it. Just like residential real estate, if you're
Mm,
interested, come try it. You can't just put half in and half out. You're gonna have to go and really be at your desk, for the whole year and just moving, right? Just hitting phones, prospecting, shooting emails, because that's what it takes. The more numbers you put on this piece of paper, the more calls that you cross out is directly correlated to how much you make. It's
yeah.
crazy. As simple as it sounds, it's kind of what it is,
Mhm.
right? There's being apprised of what's going on in the market. There's mentorship as well, right? You got to get around good people, energetic people who want to help you. But I invite everybody to come on the commercial side. It's great.
Yes.
They people just don't want to do it because there's a little fear. There's fear of becoming a residential
Yeah.
agent
Yeah.
too.
You're
I
right.
just
You're right.
putting commercial on a pedestal. They're both hard.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
both really hard, right? And it's hard to be successful. But I think it's a great industry. I really do. It's a great industry. And coming from an acting industry, I think this is a little easier, man. You get a lot of no's in
Well,
that industry, just like this industry. So
well, you were kind of born for this commercial. I mean, you're from the East Coast, New York, New Jersey. You did acting, so those right there create a character and a journey most people will never ever experience. They think they know what it takes, but that East Coast and that being in entertainment builds a thick skin that most people will never ever get a chance to grow, in my opinion.
no, you're right. You're right. Having that thick skin, it's. I think I might have said this last time, but when I was really hustling in New York City, I was bartending from 10 p.m.
Yeah,
to 5 a.m. in the morning. Would wake up, go to auditions, would go to acting classes
mm,
all day. In between, then go to real estate appointments, and
yeah,
like I would sleep for a few hours a night. And I'm the kind of guy that sleeps for 7 or 8 hours, right? I'm
yeah,
not like a 5 hour guy
yeah,
by
yeah.
any means. So it was tough, but yeah, you're right. The growing thick skin, I think a lot of people have to go through that to grow through that.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's always a pleasure checking in with you, man. I'm gonna have to do it more often. Go ahead and tell everybody where they can reach you at. If you're interested in commercial, they're looking for a commercial agent.
Yeah,
And
yeah, of
especially in
course.
the Los Angeles, Calabasas, Hollywood area, things like that. You know what we're talking about. Hey, don't come over here trying to buy trying to sell us a little liquor store. We only do big buildings around here, airport.
Oh man.
Hey, go ahead and tell them where they can
Don't
reach
give me
you.
a laundry mat,
Yeah,
bro. No,
yeah, no,
man,
no,
I'm
no.
taking
We
over.
ain't doing none of that. Don't call this man for none of that. Call this man for the stuff we talking about on Wilshire, La Brea. Go ahead and tell them where they can reach you at, man.
No, in all seriousness, like in this market, everybody's looking for any kind of asset. So bring a fiveplex, bring
Uh,
bring a 10 unit multifamily. Like
okay,
there's a lot of money. But
I got
yeah,
you.
of course, it's funny to say, man.
We'll make
Um,
sure we'll make sure we put all your information, ladies and gentlemen. The real estate.
310 310 403 4254. Shoot a text.
Yeah, and if you need to, you might need some. We might get you a couple babysitters for the new family member peeing everywhere.
Please, man,
So
please.
you
Ain't a
know,
joke.
definitely, man. I appreciate you checking in with Mr. Matt. It's always a pleasure. Continued success, 2024 Kobe year. So let's figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Travon. Really appreciate it. It's good to touch base with you again, man. God
No
bless.
problem. Have a good one,
Yeah.
man.
All right, man. Take care.